Hello, my name is Kevin Lomangino, Director of Consulting at KGL, here with an installment of the KGL PeerWise Video Insights series. Today, we're asking 3 questions in 3 minutes to Amanda Ferguson, Director of Scientific Journals at the Institute of Food Technologists, about finding and keeping peer reviewers. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, so let's start with our first question. What have been the most effective strategies for IFT journals to expand their pool of qualified and engaged peer reviewers?
Yeah, so I'll start with a few years ago when I was kind of looking at how we could grow our reviewer pool, and I enlisted a colleague from another department who wasn't familiar with our processes to help me kind of analyze our information for prospective reviewers. And she helped me see that the language and process were not inclusive or informative for anyone who wanted to volunteer if they didn't already know one of our editors, which up to then was the main way to get invited as a reviewer. So that kind of kicked off a series of improvements that I made, starting with rewriting the information on our website to be more transparent and inviting to prospective reviewers. We started promoting that opportunity to review more widely to our membership, including our member resource groups. And we created an online application form that's publicly available on our reviewer resources page. So we take in those applications now and we screen the applicants to make sure they meet the minimum criteria to review. And then we circulate a list of those to our associate editors. So that's helped us a lot in growing our pool. Another thing we've done is increased our visibility at IFT's annual meeting. So IFT, our members mostly work in the food industry, so only about 12% are in academia or government. And our annual meeting has a very high participation rate from our food industry members. So we discovered that a lot of folks who finish their PhD and then they go into the food industry, they want to keep their finger on the pulse of academic research. And they no longer have that connection to journals. So we're trying to leverage more industry folks as reviewers. And we found that both in the application process, that online application, more food industry people apply. And we also found that by making ourselves more visible at our annual meeting with Meet the Editor events and like fireside chats, we are engaging more of those industry folks. So we're trying to bring more of them in. The third strategy that we're working on is developing a more comprehensive reviewer training and mentorship program through a soon-to-launch early career researchers program. So we already allow mentored reviews with recognition of mentees in our review system, but we want to offer a more formal and intensive program that's designed to be a pipeline of future editors.
Oh, that's great. Sounds like you got a lot going on there.
Yep. It's an important topic that we've really got to, ensure that we've got enough reviewers in the future.
Absolutely. So given the increasing toll of reviewer fatigue, which I think we all know about, how do you maintain participation and enthusiasm within your reviewer community over time?
Well, we do the usual things like we offer credit on Web of Science, we send out annual reviewer certificates. We publish an annual reviewer index thanking all who contributed reviews. We also have an outstanding reviewer award for a top reviewer in each of our journals that we give every year. It's selected by the editors. It's hard to pick just one reviewer for each journal each year, but we used to give it at a small reception at our annual meeting. And for the first time this year, we elevated that award to our big IFT Achievement Award celebration that kicks off our annual meeting with the hope that that increased visibility will emphasize to our full membership the importance of serving as a peer reviewer. So beyond that, we're continuing to look at other ways that we can expand our reviewer recognition efforts. It's the constant question, right? You can't pay your reviewers, but you'd like to be able to give them something to recognize the contributions that they're making.
Yeah, sounds like you've done a lot to really elevate that and make the reviewers feel really valued and special. That's great. So looking ahead, what new tools, partnerships, or approaches do you see as most promising for improving the efficiency and experience of peer review for both editors and reviewers?
For the editors especially, they would like to see continued improvement in reviewer recommendation services. So our current reviewer recommendation tool often misses the mark. Editors have to spend a lot of time searching for reviewers outside of our peer review system. So AI-powered reviewer matching that finds appropriate and willing reviewers would really help them be more efficient and less frustrated in their roles. So we are looking to implement a better tool soon. I think that that's a place where AI could really be effective in improving our peer review processes. And I'd also like to dig further into engaging more of those qualified food industry professionals as reviewers to try to bring more of them in. And I think that that could help us grow our pool and have a little bit of a different perspective in the peer review process as well.
All right. Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing your insights with us today. It's been great having you.
Thanks, Kevin.
And please reach out to us if you would like to learn more.